Alright guys, Jason Greystone here, professional currency trader and trading coach at Tier 1 Trading. And in this video, I'm going to give you a little mind shift because as you probably know by now, everything I do, my style of teaching has come from a business standpoint. And then I was in business, then I went into trading. So everything is likened to business. Everything in trading is likened to business. And the reason that I find that such a valuable way to transfer knowledge across to the traders is because trading is a business. But the reason a lot of people fail is because they don't see it as a business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a little similarity so that you can get a little mind shift as to how to think about losses in trading. Because you're always hearing me say that trading is a business like any other business. And apart from the fact that in trading there's a winner and a loser rather than a winner and a winner, i.e., in a normal business, you provide a value, provide service, and they pay and they get something and you get something. With trading or competition, or poker, anything like that, it's a winner and a loser. So it is slightly different in that way. However, in every other way, it's a business. It needs to be treated like a business. So I'm going to share with you a little insight on losses. So the reason that people struggle with trading and struggle with losses so much is because they don't come in the same format as they would do in any other business. Let's take any product in a normal business. So let's just say that we've got a product, a gadget, a gizmo, a widget, right? And this is our widget. And we sell the widget at a cost, okay? And this widget is going into the market. We're going to sell it for a cost. And what we need to do is pay for everything that's allowed us to produce this widget. Now that could be an engineer, that could be staff, that could be admin, that could be your office. That could be the rent on the office, it could be some cars, some vehicles, it could be some software, it could be a platform of some kind. Then there's going to be overheads such as phones, fuel, pensions for staff, right? All that stuff is built into the cost of producing this product. Anyone you've had to employ, all that goes into the cost of this, and that's called overheads. Okay, so this isn't all profit. This is just the cost of the widget, but then you have to pay for the overheads out of the cost of that widget. So you can't produce something for free, okay? So you have to pay some overheads. So what it might be is you might have something like that where you've got 30% profit, and then you've got overheads of 70%, and the whole thing is 100%. Obviously, if this is £100, you're going to get £30 profit, and then 70% goes into the cost, manufacturing, and keeping the business running. Now, let's just go a little bit deeper here. Let's just say we are a cake maker, okay? And we're going to sell a cake we're going to do wedding cakes, and we're going to say that the cake costs $1,000. Okay, so we're selling wedding cakes at $1,000. Now, this is the cost of the product, and we are happy to sell that for $1,000, but we know in the background we have to produce this cake. So we're going to have to buy flour, icing, sugar, eggs. We're going to have to use some electricity to cook the thing in the oven, maybe some gas. We're going to have to pay someone to make it, or your time. And then we're going to have to pay for some packaging, a box to package this thing up, and then we ship it out. And it's a unit, it's one product in your business that goes out for sale. Let's just now take this another step further. We're going to say it's the same with anything. So a building, we're going to build a house, okay, and we're going to sell a house. Now to build the house, this is the cost, okay, we're going to sell it for 100,000, okay. We're going to buy the land, we're going to pay someone to do all the work, the builders, the plasterers, the architect, we're going to pay a structural engineer, we're going to pay some decorators, we're going to pay for some kitchen fittings, some furnishings, and then we're going to sell the house. Now what we might get is we might pay 60% of the cost, right? So 60%, and we're going to be making a 40% profit. Now this is very single unit by single unit. So in any other business, you are shipping a product. So if it's a service, you're providing a service and you're getting paid a sum, and you know what the overheads are, and you know what the costs to manufacture or cost to produce, cost to deliver, and you know the profit. So every time you produce that service, you know you're getting, right, 60%, that's overheads, 40% profit. Or most businesses, it's 10 to 30%, particularly service-based businesses. If you're online or you've got digital products, it's obviously a lot higher, but there's going to be a cost, okay? Now what this is called is the cost of business, okay? And this is what people forget when they start trading. Because in trading, say this is the cost, this is the overheads, and this is the profit. In trading, it doesn't work out this way. Although it's the same thing, we're getting cost and profit, it's in a random fashion. Now, if you think about very, very low risk passive investments such as mutual funds or managed funds like the S&P, for instance, that's going to go up very slowly, and it has done for almost 100 years now. It goes up very, very slowly, dips during recessions, and it goes up and up and up over time, right? And the idea is that thing will go up and up and up over time. Well, these dips here are, guess what? The cost of doing business. If you're investing in this thing, okay, these are the costs of doing business. If you're willing to just keep coming in and buying, these are going to be the cost of doing business. Sometimes you're going to get a better rate, sometimes you're going to get a worse rate. Now in trading, it's far more volatile. So what it means is you're going to have a cost of doing business, but it won't be consistent. You might have where we had the cost, right? And then we had the profit. Whoops. And then this was the cost of the product. Well, 1 month in trading, we might take a loss. And then we might take 3 months of profit. So it's the same thing, it just doesn't come in a unit cost. So every trade you take, you don't get a profit and a cost. There's not a cost and a profit of every trade you take. In trading, this might be your signal provider, it might be your broker fees, it might be your data provider, your platform, your trading platform, it might be your office space, it might be some equipment you rent, and the losses in the market. So with all of that overhead in your trading business, as long as you know what that is, and you know your system's performance, you know that over time, so this could be 12 months, you know that it doesn't matter when the cost of your business is going to come out, it doesn't matter when you're going to make profits, you just know that over a 12-month period, you are going to have the profit, but it just won't come trade after trade after trade. And that is why, if you're treating trading as a business, you need to be focusing on the average return over time. If there's anyone telling you that you can make 500 pips a day, 500 pips a week, £1,000 a month, £1,000 a year, and they're putting a value on a time, run. Because as traders, we're thinking as the average over time. For instance, there's been 2 months of this year where I haven't earned a penny from trading. Okay, so if you was to just take profits every single month and you're just depleting your account of profits, well then are you allowing for a drawdown? Because that's the cost of doing business, and you don't want to be taking your profits or taking withdrawals from your account during the cost of doing business, particularly when you're in what we call a drawdown. So hopefully this example has made you see how the losses are spread differently in trading business rather than a normal business. And it helps you get your head around, right, that makes sense. And that's going to keep me a bit calmer knowing that there's going to be losses, but it's the same as any other business. We've got the cost of doing business and we've got the profit. It just doesn't come in a unit fashion. It's over time and it's sporadic. So if you like this video, leave a comment below. If you didn't understand something I said, put a question below. And also, if you're interested in setting an agenda for a trading event that we're hosting an event on the 30th of October. It's completely tailored to you, so we're going after what you want to hear, what you want to learn, any problems you've got. There's a link in the description for that event. It's a 3-day event, completely free. If you want to sign up for that, get your ticket below, get your seat below, and I'll see you there. And if you like this style of video, comment below, share the video, and I'll see you next time.